Hello everyone, this is Vortex259. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Dragon Warrior 3 for the Game Boy Color. As you can see, I'm going to start off today's video by paying a visit to the Metal Master. I've got a number of tiny medals I need to turn into him, so what do you say we go inside and get the next prize on the list? I think I'm going to be turning in 13 tiny medals to him now, and I needed 80 to get the next prize. So the number of medals I've brought him so far is now 83. And since I've brought him 80 plus a few, I'm going to earn the Dragon Claw. Now the Dragon Claw can be equipped by the Fighter and the Thief. Unfortunately, I have neither in my party, so that's yet another prize from the Metal Master that's going to go into my bag. Seems like most of the prizes I've received I haven't really used, but the next one I will. When the total reaches 90, I'm going to be rewarded with the Vivify Staff, which will cast the Vivify spell in battle. And after that, I only need 10 more. When I reach 100, I'm going to be rewarded with the Gold Pass, which is basically a free ticket to play the Pachisi game as many times as I want to. Okay, I'll meet you just outside of the well here. Alright, it's time for us to return to the dark world of Alefgard. The last time we met, we checked out the town of Domdora, and I believe that's now a location that should be readily available in our return list. There it is. So we'll cast return and go up and away and land back down into the dark world. How can we fly up if the dark world of Alefgard is below the overworld of Dragon Warrior 3? There's something for you to ponder. Anyway, what we're going to do today is explore the southern lands of Alefgard. We're going to go south from Domdora, and we're just going to trek on down through here. There should be a bridge right about there we can cross, and we're going to explore this part of the continent right up in here today. This may take a couple of videos to do, so I may just split it up if I need to, because there are a couple of places we want to check and lots of items to find. So let's get with it and start heading south. And Pete was promoted to level 36 after that battle with 4 wyverns. Now, before I forget to tell you, I made a mistake in my previous video. I think I told you that I was going to purchase the Snow Sword for Pete so that he would have that item to use to cast the Snowstorm spell when the Snow Sword is used as an item in battle. Unfortunately, I found out that Pete cannot use the Snow Sword as an item in battle. I could have sworn the last time I played this game my cleric could use that, but apparently not. Of course, that's been many years ago, and I've grown older since then. I guess I'm getting forgetful in my old age. But anyway, what I'm going to do is pass it to Hero, I guess, and just put it in his inventory, and he can use that to cast Snowstorm if he feels like it. I won't equip it. I guess I'll just keep my whip equipped. But anyway, I apologize about that. So anyway, I guess that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Let's keep going south. And there's a bridge down there we can cross. And looky here, we've got a new enemy we can fight. Vile Shades. These are the strongest of the Shadow type monsters. They can cast the beat and defeat spells just like the previous Shadow type monsters can. But they can also exhale sweet breath, which can put your party members to sleep. So it's probably best to try to take the Vile Shades out first, especially if they appear with groups of other powerful enemies. You don't want them to put you to sleep while the other monsters just relentlessly attack you. So let's have Hero attack the Vile Shade, Glenn attack the Vile Shade. We'll have Pete silence the Vile Shade so they can't try to sneak a beat or defeat spell on us. And yeah, I guess we'll just have everybody attack the Vile Shades. Now, I think I mentioned in a previous video that the wyverns are pretty easy. However, when going outside of Domdora and fighting a couple of battles, I found that they can score brutal hits pretty easily. If you can get more than one wyvern to score a brutal hit on a character, they can KO that character pretty quickly. So they're not near as easy as I made them out to be in that video. So I'll just take care of these wyverns real quick. I'm going to have Matt cast the Blizzard spell on the remaining wyvern. Does some pretty decent damage, and we take them out. 1745 experience, earn 304 gold. Alright, we're going to cross the bridge, and the path kind of splits in two. There's one bridge that will take you to one location I'll visit a little bit later. First, we want to go all the way to the northeast. Okay, let's continue on. Keep going all the way northeast as far as we can. Okay, we've made it out of the forest. Yep, this is going to be quite a long hike. Now there's the bridge we'll cross later. Let's just keep going northeast for now. Here's a new enemy we can fight. Skullgons. Looks like a dragon skeleton we're going to fight. I think they have a pretty strong ice breath attack, so be wary of that. Let's cast the Infamore spell, I guess, and we can have Matt use the Firebolt spell on them. Picked up his head and threw it at me, I guess, for damage. Oh, come on, Glenn. Well, hopefully Firebolt does much better. That's some pretty decent damage. See why I kept Hero's Whip equipped. Can do a lot of damage to multiple enemies that way. Alright, one more to take out here. And Pete scores a critical hit. Go Pete! We defeat the Skullgons. Bridge should be just up ahead here. There it is. And there's a poisonous swamp we're going to cross. We'll just take damage as we cross the swamp. Now, does this town look familiar? If you played Dragon Warrior 1, this town was guarded by a big stone fortress, and there was a golem standing in the way. You had to play the pixie flute to put it to sleep in order to defeat it. That big fortress has not been built yet, as you can see, so we can just go into the town. There's no golem there yet. And in the NES version of Dragon Warrior 1, this town was called Cantlin. In the Game Boy Color version, it's called Mercado. A fort of this size would be nothing to the Demon King. So yeah, I guess Zoma could just crush it if he wanted to. Well, let's explore the town a little bit, see what all kinds of goodies and information we can find here. We can pick up an item in this little fortress room. There's you a tiny medal. Tiny medal number 84, hidden right there. Alright, there's an item shop, but unfortunately the shopkeeper is asleep. He's sleeping on the job. You're fired. Well, let's go into the inn, I guess. Hopefully the inn person isn't asleep. Nope, he's awake. And here's a bard. Hey, it's Garen. This is the traveling bard Garen. We took his shiny heart from him back in the shrine in the northwestern corner of the continent. So you get to meet Garen in Dragon Warrior 3. I'm Garen. I'm a traveling bard. What do I play? Well, I only play harps, but I left mine at home. Oh, okay, so he did leave his at home. He didn't have an extra one. He just left it there for us to find. The sound of my shiny harp is a bit dangerous, you see. Okay. Well, we found it, Garen. We'll take good care of it. Let's look in the dresser to find a punk ring hidden there. And that's all we can find here in the inn. So let's just exit out and continue exploring the town. A whole bunch of nothing in this town, really. I mean, you can see all the shops are pretty much closed. Nobody's out really walking around. Pretty empty town. Now, if you go in here, you can go all the way down here and go down that set of stairs for another monster stadium to bet on monster battles. Alright, what do we have? There's another sleeping person. What's up with all this? All these people sleeping here. I guess, I don't know, they haven't been put to sleep like the elf village was, as far as I can tell. Oh, okay, this looks familiar. Let's see if we can get in this building. I think we have to go around to the other side to get in there. There we go. Well, actually, you can get in on both sides. Oh, well. Anyway, we made it in. And this man says, if you wish to cross to the Demon King's Island, you should see the old man who lives in the temple here. Okay, well, there's a man that lives in the temple, so let's go visit him. Unfortunately, there's a big barrier guarding the way, so I'm going to cast the Step Guard spell. Actually, that belongs to Matt, so let's have him cast it and go down through here. And we made it across the barrier without taking any damage. The old man says to get across to the Demon King's Island, you need 3 things. The Sunstone, which we already have, we need a rain staff, and we also need the crest. Once you obtain them, make your way to the Sacred Shrine.